Hi everyone, welcome to a new Begijnhoeve video. My name is Tommie and in this series of how-tos I'm going to talk about the second phase of how to build up the training. In the last video we talked about the warm-up, and in this video I would like to talk about the next phase, which is in my opinion the working phase. What do I mean by that? After the warm-up, when you make the horse physically and mentally ready to learn new stuff, it's important that you coming in the second phase of the training to actually learn him something. It's very important that the horse is not too tired or not too fresh and that they are really mentally ready. So the first and the second phase are like very important because it's connected to each other. For me, the second phase is not possible if the first phase has been finished. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing in the second phase after the warm-up with Quinten. So after the warm-up, you have the working phase. In this phase, it's important that you start picking him up, and if you want to teach him something, for example, a shoulder in, a half pass or a change, I think now it's the time to do so. He's not too tired in his body, his mind is relaxed and his body is warmed up properly. What I all the time start to do is making transitions, because in my opinion that's the most difficult thing. And the exercises actually are not so difficult, he knows them quite easy. So what I want to work on is getting the body more strong and train the muscles. So what I do, I start first with making transitions, walk, trot, trot, walk. So in the beginning, when I trot him, I don't mind if he trots very expressive or normal. The only thing I want is that he is nice, soft in the contact, that he has self-carriage, and that when I want to make a transition to walk, that he's responding well on my rein aids. It was good. And when I go to trot, okay, that was not bad, but not super good. Oh. So by making these things, good. That was better. Sometimes I use my voice because I think it's more easy. Braaf. And I also, when I start in the working phase, I like to sometimes trot a little bit more forward than maybe you want for the test. But I think in a forward speed the horse is more able to be loose and thinking forward and finding the right balance. And even, especially with the young horses, I think that's important. So when you make braaf, that was a good reaction, and I give leg, and then he gets bigger paces instead of running. That was good. So I'm going to make a transition back to walk again. Active walk, braaf, and trot. Okay, the transition to, that was not so good. So before I repeat the walk, I first want to find the balance in the trot again, and then I go back to the walk and repeat it. And trot again, braaf, that was much better. Try to keep him as light as possible. So, then you can also add a little bit of shoulder in the same easy trot. I'm going to make another video about it. We already made a video about it, but we can do some more about the bendings. But for now, I will leave it with this. I can make the trot quicker, slower, and quicker again. So I have the ability to adjust the speed, so I can be able to get the hind legs more under. So if your horse is going to understand the meaning of the leg, and also that he really reacts well when you want to go back with your rein and your sit, Then you can make the transitions in the trot itself. Do a little bit shouldering to the left. So only to check. Braaf. Good. Only to check if he listens to the inside leg, if he's soft in the left flexion. And then I'll go back. Ooh. Braaf. Oh. Good boy. Yeah, then he spooks once, that's okay. So, okay, with him I'm busy with working on this because I think he needs to gain more muscle strength. But if you want to teach your horse something, then it's definitely in this phase what you do it. So they are not too tired to learn something. That's very important. Braaf. So when I'm doing those transitions, I can now decide to make the transitions in the trot itself. So I slow down, I give leg, more and more. So I will get braaf, a little bigger trot. Ooh, braaf. See, now I make it already faster. So I slow down, ooh, and I make him active. Good boy. And this is how I made the other video with how to teach your horse a big trot. It's not hold the front and push the back, but it's like really finding in their own balance the strength to have a little bit more expression. Well, with this horse it's not so difficult because I think when I have it simple like this, it's already good enough. Can do more. Good. Now go back again, forward again, back again, forward again, and one more time, and one more time, and one more, and one more. Braaf. Good. And then you always reward the horse in between. Relax a little bit again. Give him a little bit of break in the walk. You always go from the working into the relaxation and the other way around. That's important. Ooh. And then active walk. Good job. So I noticed that when I'm talking I'm not so consistent. So he starts to walk lazy. So I need to be on top of it. That the walk quality and the activity stays all the time good. Okay, and then it's time to do a little bit canter. So, make a nice easy transition. And first feel that the first part of the canter is not too collected. I see a lot of people, they want to ride too slow in the beginning. And especially with young horses, try to find a speed and the rhythm that the horse is able to canter for him in an easy way. With some horses it's a little bit slower, and with some horses it's a little bit more forward. You just have to figure out what is most convenient for your horse. And of course, later in the training you want the ability to collect, you want the ability to extend, but also in this phase to make him stronger. And I also call it a little bit sometimes the enduring phase, so something that they can be trained to hold on for a longer period of time. It's also important that you're not only busy with training to gain the muscles, but also to train them to keep going longer for than 15 minutes. Now when I feel the canter is alright, I can have a nice light contact and he is kind of cantering around on his own legs. I can decide to do the same like I did in the trot. So I bring him back a little bit, I relax, and I go a little bit forward. Braaf. I think the forward was nice now. I can do more. Yeah, good. And then I slow down. Good. Slow down. I relax. And I go forward. And forward. And more. And more. And then I keep it also in the turns until I feel that he wants to take over. So that I don't have to support him with my legs all the time to go forward. And once I have that feeling, I slow him down a little bit and I try to keep the forward tendency. So, braaf. Good. You can decide to make trot canter transitions, or you can do, I'm going to make a flying change. So it's also important that he's straight and balanced, only with my right leg. Whoops. Yeah, there was a mistake. I think because I was talking too much. So I will repeat. And that's also okay with the young horse, that when it goes wrong, it's fine. You just repeat it. Good. And then I try first to feel the same in the left canter. Like that the quality is nice and that he's really nice in the contact. Thinking forward. That I have the ability to slow him down. And to go forward. That was not good enough, so I do it one more time. And one more time. Braaf. And then I slowly take him back, not too much at once, because I first want to teach him when I bring him a little bit back that he keep thinking forward. Slow down more. Yeah, okay, feels good. I still have a very light contact, that doesn't change. So I'm going to change rein again, see if I can make a flying change to the right. Good so. Yeah, for a 6-year-old, it's already pretty good. With him in the working phase, I decide to really work on the condition and the strength of the muscles. Because I believe with the young horse, and when they have such a nice balance, that you prepare the body for later. If you go on a competition, for example, and he needs to have a show for 3 days in a row, that the body is really ready for it. And we'll make a transition to trot. Oh, braaf. Good. And I'll trot him around. Check if I can keep him the same a little bit. That he keep thinking forward. And that he's straight onto reins, light in the contact and very easy to ride. That's what I want. And then when I slow him down, that it's easy. And I go forward, bit by bit. It's easy. And I slow him down again. Oh, very good. Those small transitions. That's it. Braaf. Good. So with these small transitions in the trot, you can make the hind legs go more under, and so you gain more strength and power and balance. Of course, I couldn't see him because I was riding him, so I'm not sure if it was always perfect or sometimes he gets a little bit too short, I don't know. But in this part, it's also not a really big deal, I think, because you are training with the horse, which clearly is a young horse and needs to figure out the balance. So that you might have some moments in the training where it's not always perfect, that's fine. To get it perfect, it costs you years and years of training. So accept that it's not always perfect and the way you want. But I think with him, a 6-year-old, he's doing already pretty good job. Yeah, this was how I do the working phase with him. If you have any questions, then leave it down in the comments. If you have any suggestions, we also would like to know. So I see you next week in the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you like our content. Don't forget to thumbs up if you like this video. See you next week. Bye bye.